All right, so welcome to what is technically a brand new section where we're going to focus on how we can optimize our content for SEO. And now over here, you can see I do have an article titled 7 Top Tips for WordPress Security. And this is a real article with real content. But you will notice that to the right over here, I do have something called the readability score from Yoast, which is okay. But then I have the SEO score, which is not available. And the reason why the score is not available is because we haven't provided a focus keyword or keywords, all right? So that's the very first thing we need to do. So I'm going to do that by coming all the way down here. And you're going to see the box here that asks you for your focus keyword, all right? So I'm going to go ahead now and type in, let's see, tips for WordPress security. This would be the long tail keyword phrase for this particular article. All right, so now you can see that the score has now turned to orange. You can see over here as well, it's now in orange. And typically with Yoast SEO, you have 3 different coloring that will indicate different levels of optimization. Red means very bad, orange means okay, while green would mean good. All right, so we should be able to get this article to get to green. Right now it's on orange. So let's see what we're doing wrong. First of all, it says no meta description has been specified. Search engines will display copy from the page instead. Now I know you can see something above here that says the focus keyword contains a stop word. This may not be wise. Ignore things like this whenever you see that, okay, having stop words in your our focus keyword isn't important anymore. Stop words are usually words like in, at, off, for, kind of like prepositions and stuff like that. Don't bother yourself anymore because Google and other search engines are very flexible. They're very adept at reading focus keywords that contain stop words. So don't worry about this at all, okay? Let's focus on the ones that are red. So over here we have no meta description has been specified. And of course, we know how important meta descriptions are. So what I'm going to do right now is over here I do have the snippet preview, so I can go ahead now and click on edit snippet. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to copy something over from what we have over here. Let's see what we have. I'm just going to go ahead now and copy this particular sentence. I'm going to come all the way down here. I'm going to paste that. Now, of course, we know that in our meta description, we should have the focus keywords, all right? So we have, let's see, what do we have? Oh, actually, you can see right now that the score has actually turned to green already. So just simply copying that particular sentence that contains our keywords and applying it to our meta description has now made our score turn to green. But nevertheless, we can still improve on this. Let me just go back again. And let's see what we have. All right, never mind. Let me just come over here right now and say, in this blog post, we're going to offer you 7 major tips for WordPress security. You can see we still have a lot more space to write some more words. And let me just say, cybercrime is a big deal. And that is why in this blog post, we're going to offer you 7 major tips for WordPress security. That's okay. So I can close the snippet editor right now, and you can see right now that tips for WordPress security has now been boldened. We have that in the meta description. Awesome. So what else is in red? No internal links appear in this page. Consider adding some as appropriate. All right. So one of the best ways how you can improve your SEO score in general is by keeping people on your site. Don't let them leave. And of course, one of the best ways is to add internal links to your articles. Whenever applicable, try to link your current article to another article that you may have written. So let's see what we have over here. Let me say, I'm just going to go ahead now and highlight this particular sentence over here. And I am going to link this. All right. I'm going to link this to another one of my articles, how to make WordPress website SEO friendly with plugins. Let's do that. Open link in a new tab as well. Add the link. Okay. Now, of course, for this particular example, this this doesn't have anything to do with SEO. I'm just telling you that whenever you're writing your articles, try to link them to previous articles that you may have written in the past. So we've done that, and now you can see that we no longer have red for that because we've actually introduced one normal internal link, which is awesome. So a few other things that we can do is to add the alt attributes for our images. Okay, so right now I actually don't have any images in here, but I do have the featured image over here. So what I can do right now is to click on it, and I am going to add an alternative text, and I'll just say tips for WordPress security. All right, generally whenever you're using featured images for your posts, try to add your focus keyword or your keywords as the alt text for the featured image. All right, and for the title, let me just say tips for WordPress security as well. Although this isn't technically important for SEO, it's still good to have a decent title. So let's do that, and let's see what we now have over here. Okay, so the remaining ones aren't necessarily that important, and I need to let you know that you should not become obsessed. Okay, we're trying to get everything here to turn green. It is not important. As soon as your score is now green, you are okay. All right, your SEO score is good. It's good. Don't bother about trying to get everything to green. If you can't get them to green, then don't bother. Right? Like for example, over here right now, it says the keyword density is 0.4%, which is too low. The focus keyword was found 3 times. What this is basically saying right now is that we haven't used the phrase top tips for WordPress security enough times in the article. So in order to get this to turn green, we'll have to apply the phrase top tips for WordPress security a few more times in the article, and it may not make sense because anyone who is reading the article will keep on saying top tips for WordPress security. Then the next paragraph they'll see top tips for WordPress security. It will just become too obvious that you're trying to optimize your content for the Google search engine as opposed to optimizing the content for the user experience. And that's a big mistake. You should always write your articles for your audience first, and then write the articles for your search engines. Okay, so that's pretty much it. We have optimized our content for SEO. I can go ahead now and save the draft because we still have to try and optimize it for the readability as well. So thank you for watching the video. I will see you in the next class.